17. Anger. Abandon anger. Forsake pride. Overcome all shackles. No sufferings befall the man who is attached to neither body nor mind. He who holds back rising anger like a charioteer controls a rushing chariot, is a true driver. Others merely hold the reins. Conquer the angry with love. Conquer the evil with good. Conquer the greedy with generosity. Conquer the liar with the truth. Speak the truth. Yield not to anger. Give if asked, even though you may have little. With these 3 steps, come closer to the gods. The sages who cause no harm to any being and are ever in control of their body will go to the realm of the deathless, attain nirvana. Once there, they will suffer no more. Those who are ever watchful, who walk the path of discipline day and night, striving for nirvana, their sins will be wiped away. O Atula, this is an old saying, not only of today. Quote, they blame him who sits silent. They blame him who speaks much. They also blame him who speaks little. There is no one in this world who is not blamed. There never was, there never will be, nor is there now a man who is always blamed, or a man who is always praised. But he whom the wise praise, upon observing him day after day, is a man of good character, wise and virtuous. Who would find fault with such a man, as fine as a coin made of gold from the Gambu River? Even the gods praise him. Brahma praises him as well. Beware of expressing bodily anger. Control the actions of the body. Cast aside the sins of the body, and practice virtue with your body. Beware of expressing anger in speech. Control your speech. Cast aside verbal misbehavior, and practice virtue within your speech. Beware of the anger of the mind. Control your mind. Cast aside the sins of the mind, and practice virtue with your mind. The wise are controlled in their body, in speech, and in mind. Indeed, they are wholly controlled. 18. Impurity. You are now like a withered leaf. The messenger of death has come to claim you, and you stand at the door of your departure. Yet you have made no provisions for your journey. Transform yourself into an island. Work hard and become wise. Free yourself of all sins and desires, and you will enter the heavenly world of the noble ones. Your life has come to an end. You have set out to stand in the presence of the King of Death, Yama. There is no resting place for you along the road, yet you have made no provisions for your journey. Transform yourself into an island. Work hard and become wise. Free yourself of all sins and desires, and you will be free from this cycle of rebirth and decay. Little by little, and moment by moment, the wise man wipes away all his impurities, just as a smith wipes away the impurities off silver. Just as rust destroys the very iron that it arises from, so do evil deeds destroy the very perpetrator of that evil. Non-repetition is the rust that afflicts scriptures. Neglect is the rust that afflicts a house. Slovenliness is the rust that afflicts the body. Obliviousness is the rust that afflicts the guard. Immorality is the rust that afflicts a woman. Greed is the rust that afflicts a benefactor. Evil deeds are the rust that afflicts this world and the next. But worse than all of these is the rust of ignorance. Rid yourself of this rust, O monks, and become free of stain. Life is easy for the one who is without shame. Like a crow, he is arrogant and boastful, pushy and insulting. He is wretched indeed. Life is hard for the one who is modest. He seeks purity, is quiet and detached, who leads a clean life and is intelligent. He who destroys life, who speaks untruths, who takes what is not given to him, who goes to another man's wife, and who drinks intoxicating liquors, such a man uproots himself in this world itself. O friend, know this then, that evil deeds are difficult to control. Take care that greediness and vice do not bring grief to you for years to come. The world gives according to their faith and their concern. He who worries about the food and drink given to others will find no peace, either by day or by night. But he who destroys all feelings of envy, driving them out from their very roots, will find peace by day and by night. There is no fire like passion. There is no hold like hatred. There is no snare like illusion. There is no deluge like greed. It is easy to perceive the faults of others. One's own faults are harder to perceive. A man winnows his neighbor's faults like chaff, but hides his own faults just as a cheat hides a losing throw. He who is forever noticing the faults of others and is forever taking offense will find his own sins growing. He will remain far from the destruction of his sins. There is no path in the sky. Similarly, there is no person outside the order of the awakened ones who can be called an ascetic. The world delights in materialistic things. The Tathagatas, the Buddhas, the Tathagatas, the Buddhas, are free from materialism. There is no path in the sky. Similarly, there is no person outside the order of the awakened ones who can be called an ascetic. Nothing conditioned is eternal. But the awakened Buddhas are never shaken.